Hi, my name is Bonisile, and this is Footy Notes. So today we're going to be talking about how the Netherlands crashed out of Euro 2020 at the hands of the Czech Republic. This game started really, really well for both teams, and it was an evenly matched tussle up to the halfway point, and then things just really started to change as things started to unravel. Um, the game ended with the Czech Republic winning. And here are a few statistical highlights and what, that if you like data, here are some of the explanations of why the game was won and lost. However, you will see that the Dutch, even though they played about half of the game with 10 men, they still were able to hold their own and keep the ball really well. So, it was a commendable performance by the 10 men who were left by one of their teammates to fend for themselves with about 40 minutes left to play still in the game during what was a basically rush of blood to the head moment by this young central defender named Mathijs De Ligt. But if you are not a statistical guru, don't worry, because what I like to do here at Footy Notes is to go beyond the statistics and go beyond the scoreboard. So let's do that together, and let's look at some of the flashy moments, and that led to the game being won or lost by one team or the other. So basically, as I said, the first half was even Stevens, and the game actually went into halftime in 0-0. Not too much to speak about. Every team, the both teams were going for the game, and it wasn't a case of, a cagey encounter. Both of these teams were like really entertaining, but the moment of blood rush to the head, and the minute that really changed the game is the 51st minute. Doniel Malen, a young striker for the Netherlands, misses a golden opportunity to take the lead. And then within a matter of seconds, just under a minute from him missing that, his teammate slips, handles the ball, and gets himself sent off. And that's the moment in which this game changed, really. I mean, the referee was left with very little choice but to send young Mathijs De Ligt for an early shower. Hence, from that point on, it was an uphill climb for the Dutch, really, because the game, had very little in it in terms of like no team had an advantage with 11v11, but the Dutch were playing some good football and not really threatening the goal of the Czech Republic, but they had most of the ball and they gave themselves a chance going deeper and deeper into the game because you tire less when you have most of the ball. But that moment really shifted the game, and it was curtains for them from that point on. Thomas Holeš gave the Czech Republic a lead in the 68th minute. And then about 12 minutes later, the lead was doubled as the Czech were very grateful and received with both hands the numerical advantage. Patrick Schick, their main striker, got the second goal, and there was not really a reply from the Netherlands from that point forth. And of course, the Dutch fans were not happy with the coach coming into the tournament. Some of the fans I was watching with yesterday were not even happy with the fact that he was playing a 3-5-2. I found myself in a weird way defending him that he was playing a 3-5-2. But the guy is really going to be under some serious pressure. It's going to be interesting to see if he keeps his job. But I do understand the social media meltdown because, he hasn't been good for them before this tournament. But the tournament itself is not the reason to fire him. I just think it might be a good opportunity for them to change things. And as the Dutch fans were left to rue some of the key moments in that game, it was really, really difficult for a lot of the fans that I was talking to just figure out, like where to next, because they were really rolling the Dutch. With Ronald Koeman, who then took his dream job at Barcelona. And then since then, it's been a very difficult time for them. But in this tournament, they didn't disgrace themselves really. If it wasn't for that 1 minute, like who knows what could have been. However, football is an emotional game, and so people are reacting, and the knives are out, and it makes sense that the knives are out. But I do think the Netherlands have a lot of good talent moving forward, that they can probably still do damage going forward for the World Cup in Qatar next December 2022. But I also want to just shout out the Czech Republic here, because they've been brave, and they've been playing front-footed football, and sometimes you get rewarded for doing these kinds of things. You know, as the Dutch fans are packing and going home, and having long faces, you know, it makes sense. It's tournament football. One team is elated, the other team is crying, and it's sadness, and it's going to be like this for the next couple of weeks until July 11th. But as the Dutch go home, there's an opportunity for the Czech Republic fans to go on a Euro trip of their own, and here they are going to, I don't know what tie they're going to have next, but it must be really, really awesome for them, because they haven't had a great Euro tournament since, I don't know if my memory serves them correctly here, but 1996 was the year when they made it all the way to the final and lost to the Germans, um, courtesy of Olivier Bierhoff. I think it was one of those golden goals too. Like, it was a long time ago that the Czech have made noise at a major tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see what lies ahead for them. But it's servus or cheers or choose. No, that's German. But yeah, it's basically bye-bye time for the Netherlands and going back to the drawing board. And just want to say thank you